We'll be right back with Rabbi Jonathan Cahn after this message. Today, there's breaking news taking place that I want to share with you. You know, and it seems like every one of our guests, and during the conference especially, all of our guests are saying we're in the Third World War.
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying it's coming. They're saying we're in it. Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
Not only in Brussels did they bomb the airport and they bombed the subway. There is a headline today.
Yes, it says Brussels attacks. Nuclear officer found dead and his security pass has been stolen. Now, they shut down the pass just to put that at rest, that they shut that down. It says Brussels bombers had been plotting to create a radioactive dirty bomb that would scatter nuclear material in a crowded public place.
And so that is what ISIS is planning to do. This is what our enemies are planning to do. Here's a headline. U.S. State Department issues travel alert, warns of possibility for near-term attacks throughout Europe. Europe, some people feel Europe has already fallen. Yeah. They feel like they've already taken over Europe. And
it's almost as if it's an extension of the Middle East. They're calling it Europa now. And it's creating alertness for everybody, including the United States citizens, where it says U.S. citizens should exercise vigilance when in public places or using mass transportation. The alert said, be aware of immediate surroundings and avoid crowded places. Exercise particular caution during religious holidays and at large festivals. And they say that this warning expires on June 20th. So it's not just a weekend type of thing.
You know, to be ready for these events, because the Bible tells us that these things are going to happen in the last days. It says, for nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines, epidemics, earthquakes. All these are the beginning of sorrows. These wars and rumors of wars are the beginning of sorrow. All that's going on right now. And I urge you to be ready to have lights, to have power. And when you order your generator, you get the bonus
of the
solar panel. And that's a $500 solar panel you get with it for a gift of just $1,784. This is the best deal we've ever given.
The best. And the 20-foot solar extension cord, which is a retail value of $50 by itself.
And you get the electric cord, too, that you can plug it into the electricity and charge it up, pre-charge it as well.
Right.
Of course, the big thing is use this cord. You put it in. You can put this panel, open that panel double, will you? This is a double panel. You can carry it around like a suitcase, but you can set that, and it has little legs that you can tilt it back. And I've used it in my living room.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, that's how I use it most of the time.
Just put it in front of a window, have the sun beam in at it, and you can charge your generator.
And then you can run it outside if you want to with this cord.
And it's so easy to carry. I mean, you can literally just fold it up, and it comes with a little handle, and it just carries like a briefcase, just like that.
This device is your own power plant. It gives you power to run your television, to run a refrigerator a couple hours a day to keep your food from defrosting. It will run your power tools. It runs so many things. And if you don't have one of the heating blankets, if you're in the cold country, that would keep you alive.
That's right.
And then every day you can charge back up, not going down to the gas station and get gas. That's not your fuel. Your fuel is the sun up in the sky. And this panel will pick up the sunshine and turn it into fuel with this wonderful fuelless generator.
And you know, a lot of people don't realize that they can actually plug in 3 solar panels to this unit. 3. And if you have 3 solar panels plugged into this unit at one time, you can charge the entire unit in 2 hours.
And if you want to order an extra one, this carries like this, and it is an amazing little device. It snaps together, unfolds. It has legs in the back, and then here in the front of the generator, there is, right here, there is 3 plugs. And you plug into there order them for $450 each.
That's right.
That's
$450.
right.
They retail for $500 a piece, but we're going to be offering them one for a donation of $450, and we're throwing in as an additional special bonus the 20-foot solar extension cord.
That's
so
right.
you get two.
That's a $50 cord.
Yeah, so you could get two of these and two extension cords for $900.
But if you're ever going to get ready, you need to get ready before the crisis takes place.
That's right.
If we are in World War III, have you prepared? Have you prepared for World War III? General Boykin says we're in Third World War. But go to your phone right now and be prepared. You can call us at 1-888-988-1588, and we'll send you your generator. Remember, you get the power panel with it. You get the cords for the power panel.
Yes.
You get the electric cord for
plugs
the
right into
plug
your
into your wall to charge it up. And if you order this week, they're still in the warehouse. They have the bonus. I call it the grab-and-go bag deal, because this is where I'd put mine. If this comes free with it, a whole pack of food.
72 hours of food for two people.
Yeah, and it's really 44 hours, I think, totally of food.
That's right.
For one person.
144 hours. And, and it comes with the most incredible gourmet food. This is the gourmet deluxe emergency food, and also comes with a complete cooking toolkit as well. A cooking pot, a foldable grill, even a fork and a spoon that folds up almost like a Swiss Army knife, but it can be a fork, a spoon, and a knife, and even a little measuring cup and everything.
Those would be great items to put in your grab-and-go bag, and everybody should have one, and if you don't, you need to get one started. But you do this, and in this bonus food, that's a lot of food. You know what this food would be worth? This would be like having a packet of gold.
Oh, absolutely.
When food's gone.
Yeah.
Order today while the bonuses are still in stock. There's plenty of in stock today, but they're not going to last much longer, because literally hundreds and hundreds every day of these units are being shipped out because people are being,
getting prepared,
getting ready for something to happen, because they know. The people in the know there's too many voices crying out.
That's right.
And the generators are in stock. The solar panels in stock. Everything's ready to go. So just give us a call, or you go to our website
at JimBakkerShow.com, or you can call us at 1-888-988-1588, or you can write us at P.O. Box 7330, Branson, Missouri 65615.
I'll let you
The
pick.
Chaldean secret.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
What does that mean?
All right. This is one of the things on one of the DVDs of the album. It's called The Chaldean Secret. And this is, in Genesis 12, God says, I will bless those who bless you. I will curse those who curse you. Now, this is the Abrahamic covenant. But we've never fully gotten into the depths of this. And this thing has affected world history from the days of Pharaoh to our day. And what I want to just give you an idea of, and there's more to it than we think, but what I give an idea of is that this thing goes back in ancient times, how exact this is. I want to show you how it happened, how exact this is in ancient history. You see in Daniel the four kingdoms. You see the lion with the wings, that's Babylon. You see the bear. When God said to Abraham, I will bless those who bless you, curse those. You think, okay, you got that. But it's more than that. It's the principle of reciprocity. Not just I will bless those who bless you, but I will do to you as you have done to Israel. So it's not just blessing and curses. It's in the same way God will do to that nation or kingdom. So let me give you an example. Let me show you how exact this is. Egypt. Okay, what did Egypt do? Egypt enslaved the Jewish people, took their things, defrauded them, stripped them of their possessions, stripped them, made them slaves. What happened to Egypt? At the same time that you have the Exodus, all of a sudden in its history, the great Egyptian empire, which is the center of the world, suddenly collapses. Everything collapses. And what happens is, from that moment on, Egypt keeps descending and descending and descending till it becomes It becomes used by the other nations. It actually becomes a slave of other nations. For the rest of its history, it is stripped, it is defrauded. As they did to Israel, that's what happened to Egypt. It becomes a second-rate power from the greatest kingdom in the world. Becomes literally a slave to nations. That's Egypt. What's the next great power? We spoke about it today. Assyria. The Assyrian empire of terrorism, brutality. What did they do? This is the harbinger. They came in, they brutally destroyed Israel, the northern kingdom. They razed it to the ground. They massacred the people. They took the others away, and there you have the 10 lost tribes. You don't know. There's still argument about where they are. It ended the northern kingdom of Israel. So according to the ancient principle of the Abrahamic covenant, what would happen to Assyria? Well, what happened to Assyria is in 612 BC, all the other nations rise up. Babylon rises up. All these nations rise up in a fury, and they completely wipe out the Assyrian empire, just like that. Wiped out, as they had done to Israel. There is barely a trace of it left. When Alexander the Great went by where Nineveh and all, he didn't even know there was anything there. It was just a little mound. Assyria was wiped out more than almost any nation has ever been wiped. As they wiped out Israel, the northern kingdom, Assyria was wiped out and became ruins, exactly as they had done to Israel. Next kingdom, the lion with the wings, Babylon. What did Babylon do to Israel? They were bad. They weren't as bad as Assyria, but they were bad. What they did is, they didn't totally wipe out. What they did is, they did destroy the land, but they took the people of Israel out of Israel. They deported them to Babylon, the great Babylonian captivity. They exiled them. They depopulated Jerusalem, so it became a ghost city. Now think about the Abrahamic covenant. What happened to Babylon? Babylon, if you read on and what happened to that city, Babylon became depopulated. The citizens were removed from Babylon. There was an empty city, just like they had done to Jerusalem. And God says, you look at the prophecies, Isaiah and Jeremiah, it says, it'll be abandoned, not even the animals will dwell there. Well, that's exactly what happened. Babylon became a ghost city, just as they had made Jerusalem. Let's look at the next one. The bear, Persia. What happened to Persia? Persia, well, what did they do to Israel first? Persia rose up. They took over Babylon, and then under Cyrus, they said, go back, you can go back to Israel. We'll let you continue as a nation. You know, Israel can think we're finished, but God says, I'm going to raise up Cyrus, and he's going to say, go back, you can go back to Israel. So what he did, now you can't be a great kingdom, but you can go back and you can be a province of Persia. So you'll go back, you can continue your history, but under us as a lesser version of the kingdom you were. That's what they did. What did then God do to Persia? They're the only one that let Israel continue. God, therefore, allowed Persia to continue as a nation. It's the only one. Because they let them go. But not as they were the great Persian Empire. He let them continue, as they did to Israel, as a smaller version of the great empire. So what happens, if you read on history, you have these other empires that rise up from Persia. The Parthian Empire, you can go through a whole list. They keep rising up. They keep having revivals, just like they let Israel revive. But each one is smaller, basically, than the great Persian Empire, smaller and smaller, till you get to even the 20th century when you have the Shah of Iran trying to revive the Persian Empire. Smaller, smaller, smaller. And what is Persia? Persia is Iran. It's the one beast that was allowed exactly as they had done to Israel, God did to them. Let's now move to the leopard. The leopard with 4 heads, the leopard Greece. What did Greece do to Israel? Well, under Alexander the Great was pretty neutral. He swept through. But then his 4 generals divide up the empire. You have Antiochus Epiphanes, the guy who brought you Hanukkah, the foreshadow of the Antichrist, desecrated the temple, all that. He decided, we're going to eradicate the Jewish faith. We're going to spiritually fight this. We're going to end the God of Israel and all that. Well, what happened is, soon after that, Antiochus falls as a king. You won't read this in Hanukkah. This happened after Hanukkah. He falls as a king, and then within about 100 years, his empire is virtually powder, nothing. So God destroyed it. But this is deeper. What Greece did, or the civilization of Greece, is they sought to end the ways of God more than even the land. They used the Greek ways. They said, we will replace the God of Israel with the God of the Greeks. The Jewish people will worship Zeus. We will use Greek culture. Greek culture would come in. We're going to do Greek language, and it almost worked. The Jewish people started speaking Greek and all that. What did God do to Greece? The Greeks, what he did is, as they tried to to eradicate the faith in God and replace it with the gods of the Greeks, God replaced the God of the Greeks with the gospel of Israel.
Wow.
He did the exact thing that they tried to do. In fact, he even used, you have the word today, you have the word synagogue. That's a Greek word. There are a lot of things in Hebrew, that's actually a Greek word. The diaspora, the dispersion of the Jews, Greek word, all the Greek words. But the thing is, what happened is they tried to use the Greek culture and Greek language to spread the Greek ways and eradicate the faith in Israel. God used the Greek language to eradicate the pagan ways and bring the gospel, the Greek. That's why the New Testament's in Greek. It's part of the Abrahamic covenant. God
amazing.
used what the enemy used against God. God takes the very thing and uses it for God. And most of us have found the Lord through a Greek version of this. So God, it's amazing how this works in history.
Yeah.
And I'll share one more because this is the final kingdom of the ancient world. And we'll just another time I can go throughout all history up to now. But we have a word for America. But the last one was the kingdom of Rome. What did Rome do to Israel? Rome came into Israel. Rome destroyed Israel. But Rome scattered Israel across the world. If you see Jewish people now and they're not in Israel, it's because of Rome. Why I'm here? Because of Rome. God, did all, but they came in there, they destroyed the temple, all these things they destroyed what they thought was the Jewish faith, but they scattered Israel all across the world, diaspora, scattered them to the ends of the earth, all the way from Rome. It broke up Israel like powder. Just like it says in Daniel, this one will crush in powder, will crush everything. Well, what did God do to Rome? As they had done to Israel, God broke up Rome. First he split them in two. Then what he did is he totally disintegrated Rome and scattered it to the world. What do I mean? Let me tell you how. Let me give you an example. The language of Rome was Latin. What did he do? He scattered it to the world so that now it becomes French, Spanish, Portuguese, Romanian, Italian. He literally, that's why you have all that, because God scattered in pieces Rome. Across the world, why do you have all across the world you have leaders called dukes or duchess, or you have a senate in America, you have a president, all after the Roman system. All around the world, the Roman system of government is there, but it's been broken in pieces. You go to Washington, D.C., that's Roman architecture. All around the world has been spread. You look at Roman Catholicism, it's all split up, dioceses, that's the Roman split. All these things are based on Rome, scattered to the ends of the world. He took Rome and did exactly what they did to the Jewish people. Continued, they affected the world, so has Rome. It's a whole other thing to talk about, the ghost kingdom that's linked to what's coming. But Rome never fully stopped. Rome has been scattered around the world, just as they did to the Jewish people. God is exact. So let me just give one thing. We'll stop right there. There's so much to share about every empire, including America. But I'll just say one word about America. Is it an accident? It says, as you have done it. Is it an accident that America just happens to be the nation in modern history that blessed the Jewish people by receiving them in, giving them refuge more than any other nation, blessed Israel more than supported them more than any nation, just happens to be the same nation that is the most blessed has been the most blessed nation on earth. God said it, he did it, he's faithful. But the warning is, as you do to Israel, so it shall be done to you, and to much is given, much is required. We've been blessed, among other things, as we have blessed Israel. But in the last 8 years, we've seen something else. We've seen the worst deterioration in the history of America and Israel. If you abandon, think about now think about the mystery, the Chaldean mystery. If you abandon Israel, what shall happen to you? If you place Israel in danger, what shall happen to you? If you divide up the land of Israel, what shall happen to your nation? That is the warning. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse those who curse you. God is real. God, the God of Israel, is the God of the universe, and he's real. And when he gives a word, it's true. Depend on it. Take it seriously, because it's true. And if he gives a warning, take it seriously. And if he gives a promise, if he's kept his promise to Abraham for 4,000 years, he will surely keep his promise to you.
Yes.
Amen.